Ohayou gozaimasu. My name is Kenny Endo. This is the kaDON series on Odaiko basics. In this lesson, I want to talk about G patterns. G patterns are bass beats. Often G patterns are played underneath a main pattern on top of that, but they're very important in keeping the groove, in keeping the whole group playing together as a whole. I usually play the G patterns with a shimedaiko grip and about a medium volume. The first one I want to demonstrate is just a straight beat. It would be straight eighth notes said as doko 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 doko. The next G pattern I want to demonstrate, we say don doko 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 don doko. A third very common G pattern is sometimes called a swing beat, although compared to a Western triplet, the left hand is not quite as delayed. And we would say it as doko 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 doko. A fourth G pattern is a variation of the first two, and we say it as don doko don doko don doko don 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 doko don doko don doko don don. So that was an example of a 4-beat G pattern. This next one is an example of an 8-beat G pattern, and it goes like this. Don doko don 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 doko 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 don don. So when I practice this at various speeds with a metronome, from very slow to very fast. And what we need as taiko players is to develop that width of being able to play very slowly and sometimes very softly, and also to play very fast and sometimes loud. And fast doesn't always mean loud, and slow doesn't always mean soft. But it's good to practice at all different tempos. And now I'd like to demonstrate the third G pattern, doko 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 doko, from a very slow tempo and gradually increase the speed. I want to emphasize that I like to play these equally loud between right and left. Now I'd like to combine the second pattern, don doko don doko don doko don doko, with the fourth one, don doko don doko don doko don 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 doko don doko don doko don don. Again, starting slow and gradually increasing the tempo. The last thing I want to do is combine the straight patterns, doko, 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 with the second one, don, doko, don, doko, don, doko, don, doko, with the fourth one, don, doko, don, doko, don, doko, don, 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 doko, don, doko, don, doko, don, don, with the fifth one, which went don, doko, don, doko, don. Sorry, don doko don 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 doko 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 don don. In this lesson, I introduced 5 G patterns and talked about the importance of learning to accompany and play these G patterns with a propelling motion to support the music. In the next lesson, I'm going to introduce a practice piece called Odaiko